What do you mean?
Why you guys? 4 years have gone by. We look the same, just as young as ever. But we keep hearing about people not using version control software. So we started using a software called Plastic way back at the beginning of Hover Junkers, and we've been using it ever since, right? So you have like every single animation clip, every single scene file. It's like this huge mess. Like Boneworks right now probably has, I don't know, tens of thousands, 100,000. How many files do you think it has out?
That's a good question. Spencer, can you figure that out with Plastic, actually?
It has a lot of files. And the thing is, I think what happens is at some point you're working with like some like Adobe, Adobe software, and it crashes, right? And once it crashes, it prompts you with like this auto backup, and it brings you to a folder where you see all of your like auto backups, and people are like, oh, that's clever. I need to back up my stuff. And so they get into this pattern where they're like, I'm just gonna hit save every so often, make a duplicate of my thing, and just keep this manual like register. And we keep hearing about game developers that are very far down the road of game development that are still practicing this exact thing. And there's a much, much easier way to do this. We have a small team, but you can have each of us have our own timeline, and you're able to push and merge up to main. And essentially we're all working on the same project file at the same time. But there's all these sub files, so as long as we don't kind of step on each other's toes and work on the same thing at the same time, we can all be contributing and merging into the same thing. Right now, Alex is working on a hand pose and putting there. Spencer's working on a different level, on the sewers level. Nate's working on a train. And all those things, as long as we're not like fighting over the same thing at the same time, we can merge those together and it all kind of builds into the whole. First of all, if you're a small team and you're not doing this, start doing it. It helps you sleep at night. It makes it so you can know that we can always roll back and look at what things were a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, years ago. We can go all the way back to the beginning of the project. And not only can we do it for the whole project, but we can do it each file by itself. So we can be like, I edited this script and I think I broke something, but I want to make sure. So I'm just going to roll that one script back, check, try it out, and then compare the differences and be like, oh no, I didn't actually break anything. Okay, bring it back to the present. We're good to go. But if you're working by yourself, you're like, why do I need to do that? And it's just because of that reason. Is you need to be able to pick out individual files and bring them back from the past and sort of do all this organization, all this legwork for yourself. All right, so right now Spencer is setting up a barrel grip. How close are you, Spencer?
Pretty close.
We're putting Spencer on the clock here. And there it is. Raise your hand inside. Yeah, cool. Put it on your head. There you go. It's not only is it a tracker, it's also a disguise. He's gonna check this in, the Plastic, merge that to main, and then I'm gonna be able to go over to my computer, pull it down, and then I can have it all within minutes. And now, as of right now, it's over there. So I can run over here. So now that Spencer's checked that in, I can just go over here, right click on main, merge from this change set. I'm actually picking up a bunch of changes from other people that have checked in throughout the day and basically getting my project backed up to sync with where everybody else is. Basically be like, as soon as Spencer finishes it, he can check in just that file, or he can do a big batch of them, and if nobody needs it right away, then do it, and then we pass things back and forth. So, I can be working on some scripts and code to drive it, and he can be working on the setup, and we mix and match, and we can get everything together at the same time pretty much. So now if I just run over here, just like that, I've got the same trash can. Oh, missed. All right, so then just at a glance, because I've rushed Spencer to push that over there, obviously he quickly pushed over me, so I can make a few tweaks to it now, just based on what I saw that sort of went wrong in there. So first of all, there was no collider on the bottom, so essentially I can add a cylinder collider down to the bottom here, and then the cube colliders on the side had a few little gaps in them. So I'm going to take all these cubes and try to get a little bit more overlap by making it a little bit bigger there, and really look at the alignment of it, make sure everything's squared away. Every single item that's interactable in Boneworks essentially gets this treatment. Make sure we tweak that. So we each kind of have our different things that we have that are like our specialties that we pay more attention to, and so we kind of take passes on items and toss them off to each other. All right, so made my last tweaks. Now I can show you guys the final results. So trash can, load it up with all of our worldly possessions. More stable when you carry it two-handed. And it's not gonna fit. Gotta have Gotta have guns, right? Need some blades. Need a baseball bat. Oh, guns. Oh shit. That time of day again. And we have all of our stuff, take it over to the train. On our free hand. Open the door like that. Jump there and dump all my stuff out. Cool, just like that, the trash can is complete. So we tweaked the colliders, we added the collider in the bottom, we configured the sounds, or we added sounds, we moved the center mass down so it was less tippy, and we tweaked around the grips a little bit. I think that's good from my part at this point. So I'm gonna check that in. So push that, merge from main, and then merge this back to main. Trash can improved. About 1,000 more objects like that, and Boneworks will be done.
Did you find out how many objects there are? I mean, how many files, Spencer?
It was like 160,000.
Woo!